This segment is sponsored by Travis W. Watkins Tax Resolution and Accounting Firm. Well, it is Tax Tip Tuesday with Travis W. Watkins, Tax Resolution and Accounting Firm. Principal and Senior Attorney with the firm, Travis W. Watkins, here to talk taxes and the medical marijuana. Yep, folks, right now you're listening up. Good morning, Travis.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm well.
Great.
I'm thinking of the Little Mermaid song, A Whole New World.
That's right.
Because this is a whole new world when it comes to tax implications. First off, will medical marijuana be used as a deductible, maybe even as a medical expense on individuals' tax returns?
That's a great question. We're getting that question all the time since they passed State Question 788. It is legal in the state of Oklahoma. However, nothing has changed on the federal side of things.
Okay.
It is still illegal from a federal perspective. It's a controlled substance Schedule 1, I believe.
Okay.
So going to have some problems on the federal side of things.
And a lot of the businesses that we're seeing open up are really going to be implicated by this, correct?
Right, yeah, and there's kind of a gold rush, I guess, going on right now as far as CBD dispensaries wanting to convert over into marijuana dispensaries. And so, yeah, they're going to run headlong into some of these problems since you're not going to be able to take certain business deductions if you are a marijuana dispensary because it is still illegal on a federal level.
Let's go back to those deductions and
Sure.
individual. There are going to be some changes coming up for deductions, the amount you can do, maybe, I guess the different deductions you'll be able to use. Still, though, no marijuana you're going to be able to put in on that as far as medical expenses.
That's right. We don't know what they're going to do from a state perspective on individual tax returns. In other words, people taking this as a business expense, or rather a medical expense on their individual tax returns. From a federal standpoint, they're not going to be able to.
Okay.
May not be able to from a state perspective as well. We just got to wait and see on that one.
All righty, and so really, the summation of what you're saying is that really, more than likely, Oklahoma's going to look and see what the national or the federal is actually going to be able to do, and that again is that there's no blanket law laid out because each state is allowed, correct?
That's right. Now there is some good news here for individuals. The Trump tax plan that came out late last year and will be in effect this tax season when it comes around, they are doubling the standard deductions. So that will probably lessen the number of people that will be itemizing things like medical expenses in general.
Right, because there has to be a certain ratio as far as income going to how much you spend on that medical expenses.
Right.
What do you say to people that said, hey, we saw this coming, I knew it was going to pass, so I'm going to be planning on, maybe they were planning on using medical marijuana on their tax deductions? What do you say to them?
Beware. I mean, be careful. For sure, contact a local licensed professional, an attorney that practices before the IRS and the Oklahoma Tax Commission every day would certainly be someone that you want to talk to because you don't want to run into an audit situation.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to see more businesses actually pop up, obviously, since it has been passed and that sort of thing, 788. However, what has other states done to really claim some money or taxes or that sort of thing?
Yeah, well, there is a slight loophole here for businesses that is kind of evolving through case law, and those cases come from audits.
Right.
And what they're saying is you may be able to take the cost of goods sold, they call it, if you are a dispensary or a grower. And the big question is, what does that mean? Typically, it is product. You can take that as a business expense. You could take transportation as a cost of goods sold because it's related to the product.
I see.
The businesses, however, will not be able to take things like rent, labor, things that a non-marijuana business could, without question, take as a business deduction on their tax return.
And I would imagine that's also going to raise some flags too. IRS is going to be kind of looking for those sort of things.
Absolutely, they will, and that means more audits. And you know, the thing here to remember is an ounce of prevention, I guess you would say, is worth more than a pound of cure, because this can be a real problem if you're staring down the barrel of an audit.
I have to laugh as you're using measurement terms like that in this tournament.
That's pretty bad.
I like it. No, it's actually pretty clever.
bad.
Travis W. Watkins Tax Resolution and Accounting Firm. They're located at 2837 Northwest 58th Street, right here in Oklahoma City. Their number 405-607-1192. Toll free, it's 800-721-7054. You can find him online at traviswatkins.com. traviswatkins.com. On social media, you can find them and their social media links on the web at traviswatkins.com. Check them out on social media.